Alright guys, back here with another video, and this time we're going to be doing something a little different. I've never done this before, so this is new to me. I'm going to do a Commander Day profile. It's a little different because I've never done one before. Usually doing Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball, One Piece, all different types of games, but I've never done one for Magic really. And this with the physical cards that I currently have. There are a few suggestions and changes you can make if you don't have certain cards, and I will be mentioning them as I go through. But this is an upgraded version of the new Admiral Brass Unthinkable Precon. Now, if you like this type of video and this type of setup, please feel free to leave comments below. And if you have suggestions or changes that you think I should make or I should try out, because I have all these other options that I've been messing with. And if you probably comment, I may have tried it, or may have not, or maybe I just don't know the card. I'm kind of newer to the Commander game. Like, I played a little back in the day, but I've been playing a lot here locally since I opened the store. And I've been trying to make this deck as good as it possibly can. But let's go and get into it. So for the Pirates, we got Ragavan. This is a kind of like a ramp. Gets you a treasure, and you get to play a card from the top of their deck potentially. And the dash is pretty cool too. And these are the only two 1-drop or 1-cost pirates. And this is like a counter spell pirate. It can be, it's a siren pirate wizard. Pretty cool. Then you got Dockside, the best pirate, one of the best pirates. Dire Fleet Daredevil, Time Stream Navigator. This is a skip your turn pirate, also a wizard. Pretty cool. And then you got Siren Pirate Malcolm. A lot of people use this as a commander and partner with a different pirate, which is pretty cool too. Glinthorn Buccaneer. This guy's been decent, but there's not that many crazy pirates. Breaches, really good pirate. Like gets all these 3 triggers whenever you attack with more than 3 pirates. And because of your commander, they come in where they can attack because they get haste and they become 4/4, which is really nice. Kite Saw Larcenist. This is removal. Turns stuff into treasures. Has ward 1. This card's really strong. Broadside Bombardiers, really strong card. Menace Haste, and it has a boast trigger to sacrifice an artifact or a creature and deal damage. Then you Captain Lannery Storm. A lot of people use this in red decks in general, and it just gives you treasures when it attacks. Forerunner of the Coalition. This card's really strong unless you stack a pirate, and it also has like a black burn effect. Whenever another pirate enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life. Fathom Fleet. Swordjack. This is a really nice burn when it attacks, and it's based on the number of artifacts you have control, and that includes your treasures. This thing does a lot of damage. Hostage Taker. This thing is crazy. You get to remove artifact creature until it leaves the field. It's really nice. Amphi-Mutineer. This is removal as well. Exile to 1 target non-spell elemental creature, and they get a 4/3. It exiles, so it's really nice. Pitiless Plunderer. When another creature you control dies, create a treasure token. This guy's... They just try not to kill your dudes and just try to survive, or to try to bounce, which is obviously okay. Admiral Bracket Brass. This is a lord. Gives the other pirates you control +1/+1, and then if at the beginning of instep, if you hit someone with 3 or more pirates, you get to steal something permanently, a non-land permanent. Breaches. This guy, he is pretty interesting because he lets you play things from the top of your opponent's deck. It's like a bigger version of the Ragavan. My favorite, Coercive Recruiter. This is Mr. Steel Girl. Whenever you play a pirate or him, you get to steal, and then it becomes a pirate and gains haste. Really strong card. Port Razor. This guy ends games, lets you attack multiple combat phases. Pirated Copy. Finally got this bad boy in. This is make a copy of something, but it becomes a pirate. Really strong card, but been itching to play this card. And he also gives that ability. It says whenever this creature or another creature with the same name does combat damage to a player, draw a card. Really strong. Zara, this card is really fun. You get to look at your opponent's hand whenever you're attacking, and you get to play a creature from their hand tapped and attacking, and it's pretty crazy. And then I like to sacrifice this creatures. If I steal their creature, I want to sacrifice it if they're going to get it back. Gilded Drake. This is not a pirate, but it fits the theme. You get to steal stuff and give them this. So they can have this, and you get to steal their best thing. Really strong. Snapcaster. Not a lot of people play these cards that I'm about to play in their pirate decks, but I think this is really strong. Gives flashback to some of your spells or instants and sorceries engraved, and there's a lot to go on. So, Roman Throne. And one reason why it works well together is because you get to, cast back after your milling, which is really nice. Roman Throne, this card makes your commander trigger twice. You just call Pirate. Really strong. Goldspan, it just fits the theme. Make treasures and make sure treasures double up. To instance, Chain of Vapor. This card is just crazy. Really cheap card. Swan Song, really key. We want to be able to use your mana on your turn and your opponent's turn. Vampire Tutor, Diabolic Intent. This is supposed to be in the sorcery section, but we'll put all the tutors beside each other. Demonic Tutor as well. These just help you get what you need. And sometimes this just wins the game. Cyclonic Rift, card's broken. Siren Truce, I've been itching to try this one out. Exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under this one's control. If a pirate was exiled this way, draw a card. So you get to get rid of finality counters that are on your pirates after you bring them back. And then you get to flicker them in and draw a card. Really strong. Mana Drain, just broken counters. Just want to make sure you have those counters. You got Force of Negation. Now this one is iffy, mainly because it's just you have all these with different costs for countering, but these are the ones that you can play for free, like Force of Will. So these are really strong in the deck, but at the same time, they do take a card out of your hand, but they're really powerful, so why not play them? Intuition, been wanting to play this card for sure. It's like Painful Choice, and you get to reveal 3 pirates, and that you get one to your hand, and then boom, the other 2 to grave, and then you can bring them back. No, or you can reveal like 3 counter spells, like I just showed you, and then you get guaranteed 3 counter spells. Intuition is just broken, so Saw in Half. Vana's Hunger. This thing can make fun stuff happen with Dockside Extortionist, give you extra treasures, and then you got a bunch of other cards you can target as well with it, but and like makes you extra clones basically. Vana's Hunger, really strong card, and makes your opponent sacrifice creatures, which is something I like to have access to. A lot of times you do have a ton of cards on board, so you usually get the make them sacrifice half the creatures. Prismari Command, and then your other free counterspell, Fierce Guardianship. You can search that off the Intuition if you need to grab 3 different ones that are free. Deadly Rollick. Technically, you could grab all 3 of these off of the Intuition and be like, hey, which one do I get? Floating Swat, Deadly Rollick, that good removal. Reanimate, really strong card. Buried Alive. It dumps 3 pirates. Can't really go wrong with it. Justice Will. This card's really powerful as well. You want to turbo out your commander, so this card is just going to help you play cards from the top of your deck, and it's really strong. Seize the Day. Now this one I'm iffy on, but at the same time it's really powerful because you get that flashback for 3. You untap a creature, and after this phase, if there is an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase, so you get to enter combat again and trigger your commander again. So it's really strong. You also can cast it for 4 and then cast it for 3, which powerful. Treasure Cruise. I want all the treasure. This just fits theme. Draw cards are never bad, especially when you're milling a lot. This could technically be cut, really, but I really like the theme. The Treasure Cruise. Mystic Remore for enchantment. Rustic Study. Black Market Connections. And the Meathood Massacre. These are just super good cards, and you could technically play the Underworld Breach. I had it in here, but I can never get it to really do what I wanted with it, and I guess it's maybe because I'm not playing my Mox Diamond and all the other good cards. But let's go to the mana base. I thought this would be, the boring part for last. Command Tower, Lava Glide Pathway. You got the blue-black version of this. Mine's in German, I forget its name. Then you got Blight Step Pathway, so the blue-black pathway. This is versatile. Scalding Tarn, Verdant Catacombs, Flooded Strand, Air Mesa, Wooded Hills, Misty Rainforest, Pluto Delta, and Bloodstained Mara, and Marsh Flats. Here are your 9 fetches. Luxury Suite, there should be a training center in here, and I forget the other one's name. But yeah, I don't have those right now. Oh no, here it is. I do have Morphin Pool. I don't have training center. Both of these are really consistent lands. And then you got one of each basic, just in case. I really don't need them, but if you're milling and you have fetches, you want to have some extra targets to go along with your duels. I got only 2 duels. I need a third. I do need the scrub land. This extended land should technically be a scrub land, or no, sorry, not scrub land, a bad lands. And but yeah, these are real. I did invest because I'm showing them. I got a good deal on them, so I'll hold them and use them for fun because they're my favorite ones. I've always wanted them. The Blood Crypt, the Water Grave, and Steam Vents. These are your other fetch targets. City of Brass, super good. Drowned Catacombs. You do have a lot of fetches, so you should have these. You should have your Swamp Mountain and Island out like as soon as you possibly can, so you shouldn't break on these in theory. But technically, your lands could technically change slightly, but I think these are fine. Phyrexian Tarn, like I said, whenever I steal some of the stuff, I want to be able to sack it, and this gives you 2 mana, which is really nice. The Balance Tomb, I love this card. It helps you turbo out your commander, helps you turbo out your rocks, and there are a lot of rocks, and we'll get there in a second. Takenuma, the Banded Mire. This card helps you get back those creatures from your graveyard that are not pirates, so like Snapcaster and stuff like that, and the Gilded Drake. I was playing the like a different way to get cards back, and it was supposed to be like on theme, but at the same time, I'm not sure if it's really that serious. At the same time, it's pretty powerful. Let's see if I can find it real quick. March of the Drowned. You could play this card instead of Takenuma, but I like to have the ability to have it as a land as well, so you have a good number of lands. Into the rocks, Jewel Lotus, Mana Crypt, Mox Opal, Soul Ring, Talisman of Creativity, Talisman of Dominance, Talisman of Indulgence, Fellwar Stone, Thought Vessel, and Arcane Signet. These are your mana rocks. You have a high probability of drawing these in your open hand. And then you have the round of the deck. Some of my favorite cards. You get the Brass's Tunnel Grinder. Makes sense. They Everflowing Well. This helps you mill and draw. Really strong card. And they become lands as well, which is helpful to help you grind. And then you got Altar of the Wretched. This allows you, like I said again, to sack creatures as another way. And you get to grab this back by paying 3. If you mill it, really strong card. And it's really strong. It also mills. Then the last 2 cards are 4-drop artifacts. Got the One Ring, obviously, and the Indomitable. This card's like a better version of the enchantment that lets you draw when creatures deal damage. But let me know what you think. Smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.